Like, I feel super giddy and like just like nostalgic. I don't know. This could be a 5-star potentially. I am having the absolute best time. It's time for the main event. Extremely unusual though he was, at that moment Harry Potter felt just like everybody else, glad for the first time in his life that it was his birthday. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to part 1 of me reading Harry Potter. Now, this is kind of part 2 because I did read The Sorcerer's Stone, my followers choose my bookish day video. This is the first official part of me reading Harry Potter. So for a brief rundown, obviously I have not read Harry Potter except for the first book. I grew up watching Harry Potter. Our family is huge fans of Harry Potter, and I am just absolutely obsessed with the movies. I rewatch them on a regular basis, especially in the fall and winter months. And so this year in 2025, I made it a goal to, for one, thrift all of the books, which I have in fact completed, and once I thrifted all the books, that means I could read them. And I was also kind of waiting to read them until the fall time, aka now. I obviously wanted to film me reading each of the books. That being said, the 2 books I will be reading in this video are The Chamber of Secrets and The Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm splitting it up in 2s, I guess you could say. The next part of these reading vlogs are going to be Goblet of Fire and Order of the Phoenix, and then the last part will be The Half-Blood Prince and the Deathly Hallows. I think that's kind of how I'm going to be organizing them. Obviously in this video, these are the books that I will be reading. I am so excited. I'm mostly excited to read Prisoner of Azkaban. It goes back and forth between my favorite movie. My favorite movie switches between Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire. Right now, Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite currently. I'm very, very excited to read this. Obviously, we're starting with Chamber of Secrets, which unfortunately is my least favorite movie. I still love it, but I just do not rewatch it. Like, rarely. I actually recently rewatched it. I'll rewatch the first one for like nostalgic purposes, and then most of the time I just skip to Prisoner of Azkaban. So Chamber of Secrets kind of just gets left behind in the dust a little bit, but I am still very excited to read this one, which is obviously the first one I will be starting off with. Just so excited to jump back into this world. If you're a returning watcher, you obviously know because I've talked about it a million times. I am going to the UK in a little over 3 weeks now. Oh my god, leave in about 3 weeks, and we are going to London, staying with some family around like Patley Bridge, kind of right in between London and Edinburgh. And Edinburgh is the last place that we'll be going to on this trip. I'm going with my family and we are just so excited. We're also going to the Highlands for one day. We're doing a bus tour in the Highlands. If you don't know, She Who Shall Not Be Named got most of the inspiration of Harry Potter from Edinburgh. So I am just so excited. We are actually staying right by the street that inspired Diagon Alley, so I am just so excited. Prepare to be sick of me because I will be vlogging the entire trip. I might possibly even read one of the Harry Potter books while I'm on that trip. All I'm saying is if you love Harry Potter, stick around. Anyways, that's enough yapping. Let's get started on the Chamber of Secrets. Super giddy and like just like nostalgic. I don't know. All I know is that bringing this series will just bring me pure joy, and towards the end lots of crying, but for now it is bringing me pure joy. Hi guys, I just wanted to check in because I'm actually about to leave for the airport. I'm going with my parents to visit my aunt. She lives in Tennessee. So we're staying in her cabin for the weekend. So for a decent amount of me reading Chamber of Secrets, I will actually be in Tennessee, and maybe I'll even get to Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm only about 30 pages into Chamber of Secrets, but I do plan on reading pretty much the entire time we're on the plane. It's only like a 2-hour flight, so we shall see how much reading I get done there. Just wanted to let you guys know that there will be a location change, so you guys aren't confused of like why I all of a sudden on a plane, you know. Just wanted to let you guys know, and it's kind of exciting because my reading vlogs are pretty much just in here. It's in my room, and so there will be a bit of a change of scenery. I will be vlogging on my phone the entire time because I'm not bringing my camera, but like I said, so far I'm only about 30 pages in. I was reading on my Kindle yesterday. Yeah, I'm exactly 30 pages in. I'm unfortunately not bringing any of these books with me. I'm only bringing my Kindle. I won't be able to physically read this, and I really like reading these books physically. It just feels so nostalgic. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the airport or on the plane. Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick little update on Chamber of Secrets. It is currently 2 days later. I spoke to you guys before we left on Thursday, and it is currently Saturday morning, and I honestly have not done like any reading. I haven't done as much reading as I was expecting to do. Currently, let's see. I'm currently 18% of the way through, and that's literally like nothing because it's like a 200 something page book. I'm on page 62, so I haven't done literally any reading. I'm watching football tonight, and as we know, my favorite time to read is whenever football's on, so hopefully I'll be able to get some more reading done. I was hoping to be able to talk to you guys like on the back porch because as you guys saw, it is just so cute, and the leaves are kind of changing, and barely. It is in fact Tennessee in September, but Florida gets absolutely nothing, so I'll take a little bit over nothing. Things are kind of changing. It is in fact hot out. Like, it doesn't feel very fantastic out. I did want to talk to you guys on the porch, but everyone is around and it's very intimidating talking to my phone with a little mic about the silly little book that I'm reading in front of everybody. So, and by everybody I mean my parents, my aunt. Okay, this morning we're going to this coffee shop that just opened actually where my aunt lives. It is a very, very small town. The population, I'm pretty sure, is under 1,000. Like, she's had this house for 20 years now. It used to be a vacation house, but she lives here full time now. This town, we've been coming here obviously since she's had the house, and so I kind of like grew up partially here, I guess, for like vacation and holidays and stuff. But there was literally nothing. We had to go to McDonald's to get Wi-Fi because there was no service anywhere. There was no Wi-Fi in the house. And so now there's a whole coffee shop and it looks really cute. And I'm very excited. Like, and by coffee shop, I mean there's lattes. I mean, they have an espresso machine, which like in a rural county, having a coffee shop, are you kidding me? So I'm very excited. And then there is a fall market this morning in town. Okay, Stars Hollow. I'm very excited that my dad and I are going on a hike a little bit later today. So we shall see how much reading I actually get done today, because I feel like I might be kind of beat after the hike. I don't know. We shall find out. But so far, I'm literally 18% of the way through. Really thought that I was going to finish this book and start Prisoner of Azkaban while I was here. But it's probably better that I'm not, because when I'm home, I obviously can give better reading updates and I can read more with you guys with my actual camera and not my phone. So maybe it's better that I'm not reading that much here. I just wanted to chit chat with you guys. This is probably the last time that I will chit chat with you guys, but maybe we'll get some B-roll in there somewhere. Anyways, that's it for now. I am obviously home. I wanted to give a brief reading update on the Chamber of Secrets. Not read as much as I thought I was going to. I am on chapter 10 on page 161. I think the reason why this book is taking me so long to get through is because, like I said, Chamber of Secrets is my least favorite out of all of the movies, and so it is just taking me a little while to get through this. I just keep getting like bored, I guess. I don't know. Finally getting into the nitty-gritty. The Chamber of Secrets is opened. He's hearing things. Besides the cat getting petrified, another student is about to get petrified. I forgot his name. Is it Colin? I forgot which student gets petrified, but we're about to have our first petrified person, and so we're finally starting to get into it. But I am very excited to get to Prisoner of Azkaban whenever I do finish this book. I'm hoping to finish this today. I don't know. It's literally such a short book and it's such an easy read. I've also watched the movie, so I know everything that's happening, but it's just taking me forever to get through it. Also, I just want to give a little disclaimer, I guess. I've been kind of like thinking about it, and I feel like I should say something about it. I am not supporting J.K. Rowling, but every single one of these books I bought secondhand. I bought them at a thrift store. I just felt like giving a bit of a disclaimer that I do not support J.K. Rowling or anything like that. I love Harry Potter. I'm trying my best to navigate around crediting she who shall not be named. You know what I mean? I felt like I needed to say that because I don't want any of you guys to think that I in any way support J.K. Rowling. At all. She is a vile human being. Every single one of these books I did buy secondhand, and that is why it's taken me so long to read these books, is because I've been trying to find good conditions at the thrift store. It's been very difficult, but like I said, I have the whole collection now. Completely bought secondhand, not at all bought from the store. Okay. Anyways, back to the reading vlog. I'm going to continue reading The Chamber of Secrets, and I just, again, really hope that I can finish it very soon because this is the shortest book, I think. I think this might even be shorter than the first book. This is the shortest, if not the second shortest book in the series, and it is taking me so long to get through because I am so bored. Fingers crossed I can finish it today, if not tomorrow morning, because again, I am so excited to read Prisoner. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. I literally am reading this book just so I can get to Prisoner. Back to reading. So I finally finished The Chamber of Secrets, and my thoughts and opinions haven't really changed, as I've stated multiple times. This is my least favorite movie, but that doesn't mean that I hate it. It is just the movie that I rewatch the least. Like, I usually skip it, which is kind of bad because it's not a bad movie. I just don't really care about the plot all too much. Like, the ending, I really like the ending of it. Obviously, I love the ending. Tom Riddle, the Basilisk, Chamber of Secrets, the whole shebang. It is a very, very important book to the story. Again, it is just my least favorite out of any of them. That being said, if I had to rate it, which I feel kind of like weird rating at least the first two books because they are a little bit younger and more childish and kind of just more innocent, I guess you could say. Like, they're more nostalgic than anything. Again, it's hard to rate it, but I feel like this would be like in the 3-star range. It's still a nostalgic story to me, but it just is not my favorite. So this is probably somewhere in like the 3-star range. I have a feeling the rest of the books are going to be in the 4-star range, if not a 5-star. Finally finished The Chamber of Secrets, which means it is time to move on to The Prisoner of Azkaban, which I've already said that it is one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie. It kind of just depends on the mood that I'm in. I went through a bit of a Goblet of Fire phase, but Prisoner of Azkaban has worked its way up to the top again. I also love the Deathly Hallows. I like Order of the Phoenix. Like, I love all of them, but Prisoner of Azkaban is just like Harry Potter perfection. So I am so excited to start reading this. Very excited for the kind of time manipulation in this book, and also the, oh my god, what are they called? What are they called? What are they called? I'm blanking right now. Harry's dad and his friends, the Marauders? Is that what they're called? You know what I'm talking about. I feel so fake for not knowing how to pronounce it, but you know who I'm talking about. Apparently in this book we get a decent amount of history with that entire group. Obviously Sirius Black and Professor Lupin are a very prominent part of this book. They're prominent characters in the Marauders? Is that what they're called? Again, I feel really fake for not knowing how to pronounce it, but you know what I'm talking about. So obviously, I'm very, very excited to start this book, and this is going to be the more exciting part of this reading vlog because I was not super excited for this book. I was kind of just reading it to get to the next book, kind of, but it is time for the main event, y'all. It is time for the main event. It is time to read The Prisoner of Azkaban. way that Harry's getting presents for his birthday for like the first time ever. Like, I could cry, actually. I don't know why I don't remember this being in the movie. Did he get presents on his birthday in the movie? Like, mailed to him by Hedwig. Not like... Why can't I remember if he gets presents for his birthday or not? I feel like that's not in the movie. It definitely could be. I literally just watched the movie too, but I cannot remember if he gets presents for his birthday. Again, if he gets presents via Hedwig, Hagrid, Ron, and Hermione while he's staying at the Dursleys, I don't know why I don't remember that. Maybe that didn't happen in the movie. I don't know. Now he's getting presents for, I think, the first time ever on his birthday, and I could actually cry. I could actually cry. I love Harry so much. It says, extremely unusual though he was, at that moment Harry Potter felt just like everybody else, glad for the first time in his life that it was his birthday. And if that won't make me cry, I don't know what will. We're literally 15 pages in and I already have tears in my eyes. This is gonna be a crazy read. Oh yes, this is when he blows up his aunt. Inflates. He doesn't blow her up. When he inflates his aunt. Also forgot to talk about the Chamber of Secrets. My favorite part of that entire book is Dobby. He's a big part in the movie, but in the book, I feel like is an even bigger character in the book. I don't know if it's because obviously when you're reading, you feel for the characters a lot more and you understand the characters a lot more than when you're just watching a movie. I feel like he was a way bigger character in the book than he was the movie. How many times can I say that? Whenever Harry ends up like tricking him into giving him a sock. And also they changed that in the movie because in the book, if I remember correctly, I literally just read this part, but Lucius like tosses the sock to Dobby because he like opens the book and there's a sock and he's like, ugh, and he like tosses it and Dobby catches it. But in the movie, Dobby opens the book. It's literally the tiniest change, but I feel like there were a lot of tiny changes in the Chamber of Secrets with the movie adaptation. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I feel like there were several things that were kind of moved around in the movie. I don't know. One thing I do like about reading a book after watching the movie is kind of seeing the slight differences. Anyways, absolutely love Dobby and I cannot wait to meet Sirius. I also think it's the funniest thing ever because I've seen multiple TikToks about it, but obviously in Sirius's mugshot, he like is like acting out and like acting all crazy and shit, even though he's like fully innocent. Like fully innocent. I just find that really funny because I've seen TikToks of people being like Sirius's lawyer watching him like cause a scene even though he's like fully innocent. I'm literally on chapter 2 and I'm already obsessed. Taylor's new album is not matching the vibe, obviously, of me reading Harry Potter, so I do unfortunately have to change it. I stayed up till midnight last night to just kind of listen to the beginnings of the songs, and I was kind of like, okay, like, I'm more of a folklore, Evermore girly myself in like Torture Poets department, but I still appreciate all of Taylor's music. So I went to bed and I was kind of like, you know what, maybe this is my cup of tea because I knew that it was going to be more of a pop album. I knew it was going to be more of a pop album. Simply just prefer Taylor's more heart, more like soul, folky music. I don't know. I knew that's not how this album was going to be and that's totally fine. But now that I've been listening to it this morning, I really like it. I really do. It's not my like favorite Taylor album, obviously. Again, I knew it wasn't going to be because again, the pop albums are not my absolute favorite of hers, but I still love them. That I wasn't gonna love it as much as others going into it, but I am really liking it. I'm gonna go back to my Hogwarts playlist I've been listening to. It is perfection. It has most of the soundtrack and then some, but Life of a Showgirl, I am liking it. It's getting a lot of hate, which is kind of irritating me. Again, coming from someone who knew that they weren't gonna like it as much as I would hope. Like, I knew what it was gonna be going into it. I'm seeing this album get a lot of hate, and it's honestly kind of irritating me just a little bit, but it's fine. It's back to reading. Now I am on page 183. I'm on chapter 10. I feel like that's like 30-something% of the way through. I don't know. I am just having the absolute best time reading this book. Like I said when I first started it, this is the most Harry Potter book. The entire series was encapsulated into one book. I honestly feel like it would be this one. I don't know why. It could be because we're starting to transition into the darker themes, but it's still not there yet. Like, Goblet of Fire, I think, is the official transition, obviously, with what happens at the end of Goblet of Fire and kind of what's happening throughout Goblet of Fire. But I feel like Prisoner of Azkaban, it's still like kind of innocent. At the same time, we get more on Voldemort, the Death Eaters, and all of that. It's just so good. It is just so good, and I just can't wait to continue reading this. I'm at the part where he gets the map, the Marauders, is that how you pronounce it? Marauders map, where he can see people obviously moving around. This map is actually from his dad's like friend group, the Marauders, obviously, and I don't know if the movie even went into detail about it at all, besides Lupin knew what it was, but it wasn't really, I feel like that entire part of Harry Potter just was not explored, so I don't even know if that was mentioned in the movie necessarily, but obviously I know what it is. So overall, I'm really loving the story development. Obviously, like, I don't know, it's really hard to give reading updates because I've already watched the movies. I mean, the books are much different. I wouldn't say much different, but they're relatively different than the movies from what I'm discovering, and obviously the books are always better than the movies. It's hard to give reading updates because none of this is like new to me. Like, I know all of this, it's just more so my feelings of as I'm reading it, I guess. We're getting more like sneak peeks into Hermione's kind of time traveling thing that she's been doing. I feel like that part's making a lot more sense in the book, obviously, than the movie. How many times can I say that? Things just simply cannot be properly explained in the movie as they are in the book, obviously, because we are in his thoughts, and it's also just way more descriptive. Obviously, I don't know why I'm explaining how like books to movie adaptations work. I don't know. Guys, I just want to give a quick little update because I'm obviously a decent amount through the book, but I'm gonna go continue reading. Wanted to say before I finish this book that I am having the absolute best time. This book has been making me feel just like so at peace, I guess you could say, which sounds so dramatic. I've just been feeling really anxious recently and just like not like my full self, I guess you could say. I don't know, in such a weird way, I feel like this book is very much helping. I don't know, I'm just absolutely loving it. Also, there's quite a bit of things that are changed. I know you guys are probably tired of me saying that, but honestly, I feel like there's quite a lot that's changed. Like, major plot points aren't, but like where it happens and how it happens, totally different. We are about to get to the part, I think. Not the part, but close to the part. Let me see what the next chapter is. And then the next chapter is Cat, Rat, and Dog, if you can assume what that is. I am just so excited. It's because there has been so much more information on different characters, and I just appreciate this book so much. Crazy to say because I love the movie so much, but the book is so much better than the movie, and I feel like this could be a 5-star, potentially. Not like could be. I feel like it honestly definitely is a 5-star. I am just loving this. I'm like 70% of the way through, I think. I am on page 314, which means I have a little over 100 pages, and I'm hoping to finish it tonight. So I will see you guys once I finish The Prisoner of Azkaban. Totally forgot to say, I am enjoying the Quidditch in this book, okay? The first 2 books didn't really care for it all too much. Now, like with Quidditch, the stakes are getting like a little bit higher, obviously, and Harry's now in his 3rd year, and so it's getting just a little bit more because they had the Quidditch Cup. A lot of this book revolves pretty heavily around Quidditch. I think the first book really did, but I'm really enjoying the Quidditch in this book. Honestly, the descriptions of Quidditch definitely was something that I was dreading a little bit while reading the series. Not dreading, that sounds dramatic, but like I wasn't really looking forward to the Quidditch matches, okay? But I'm really enjoying it in this book. This book is just perfection. I absolutely love it. So I did finish The Prisoner of Azkaban last night. It's a 5-star. It's 100% a 5-star. I have been unable to stop thinking about this since I finished it last night. The only thing I can think about is starting the rest of the series, but I have to press a little bit of a pause because I do have to film another reading vlog this week to prep for my trip that I'm leaving for in 2 weeks. I need to pre-film stuff. I'm pressing a pause on continuing the series, but oh my god, I don't understand why they took out the Marauders. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm gonna say it's Marauders. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know why they took out the entire Marauders explanation. I understand not doing the whole thing because obviously for movies they have to take out certain parts, add certain parts to kind of make it a little bit more movie-esque. Just a better adaptation, I guess. But the Marauders is so interesting and so important to the storyline. Harry Potter is literally about obviously Harry and his parents dying. His parents dying is such a huge part of the entire series. Huge part of the entire series, and his parents are talked about so often and they're so beloved in the movies, and you kind of get a glimpse of it a little bit, but I feel like you don't really understand just how beloved they were. Really love this book. This book is so much better than the movie, and again, that's coming from someone who absolutely adores this movie. Arguably the best movie, okay? And I just love this book so much. So much. It is a 5-star. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I literally cried during Sirius and Harry's first interaction. Like I was literally sobbing. Just so freaking good. I'm obsessed. Now that I'm finished with the 3rd book, that means it is the end of today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. Bye.